Most people chase noise. Noise in their lifestyle, noise in their spending, noise in the way they present success. We live in a world where visibility feels like value, but real wealth is usually invisible. It doesn't announce itself, it doesn't compete for attention, and it certainly doesn't rush to prove anything. Real wealth builds quietly, and that's exactly why it lasts. Open social media for 5 minutes. You'll see luxury cars, designer clothes, expensive vacations. Everything looks impressive. But here's the truth most people never say. Attention is not wealth. In fact, attention can become a liability. Because the moment your success depends on validation, you begin living for an audience. Quiet wealth works differently. It doesn't perform. It doesn't need approval. It understands something powerful. If you constantly need to show it, you probably don't own it. Excitement feels productive, but discipline builds results, new ideas, new opportunities, new ambitions. Real wealth is not created in emotional bursts, but wealth rarely comes from excitement. It comes from discipline. It is created in boring habits, the kind that looks boring from the outside. Waking up early, tracking expenses, investing consistently, saying no to things that feel good in the moment, and repeating those decisions for years. Because consistency always beats excitement. But the calm person in chaos usually wins. Because wealth rewards patience. It rewards clarity. And it rewards those who can stay steady when everyone else is reacting. Control your emotions, and you control your direction. Control your emotions, and you control your direction in life. Emotions often push people into quick reactions, decision made out of fear, anger, excitement, or impatience. In moments of pressure, many people act without thinking, and those reactions can lead them away from their goals. But when you learn to stay calm and think clearly, you gain control over your choices. Instead of reacting, you respond with intention and discipline. In the long run, the people who master their emotions are the ones who shape their path instead of being pushed around by circumstances. Another truth about wealth, it requires standards. Standards in how you spend your time, standards in who you allow around you, standards in the opportunities you accept. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Standards define the direction of your life, and access determines who and what influences it. When you raise your standards, you begin to expect more from your habits, your work, and the people around you. At the same time, limiting access becomes essential. Not everyone deserves your time, attention, or energy. Constant distractions, negative influences, and unnecessary commitments can quietly drain focus and slow progress. By setting clear boundaries, you protect your priorities and create space for what truly matters. People who build lasting success understand that access is valuable, and they give it carefully. When your standards are high and your access is limited, your time and attention become powerful resources that move you steadily toward long-term goals. Boundaries protect focus, and focus builds leverage. Short wins feel exciting. A quick success, a fast opportunity, a sudden breakthrough, but short wins fade. Long games last. The most powerful form of wealth is built slowly. Investments that grow over decades. Habits that compound over years. Relationships built on trust and patience. Quiet wealth doesn't rush. It understands that time is the most powerful multiplier. But the journey is not glamorous. There are nights nobody sees. Late evenings spent working when everyone else is relaxing. decisions that feel uncomfortable but necessary, moments where discipline wins over comfort. These are the silent sacrifices behind stability. And although they often go unnoticed, they create the foundation for everything that follows. There is another advantage to quiet wealth: privacy. When your life is not constantly displayed, your focus becomes sharper. You move without pressure. You build without comparison. And you grow without unnecessary attention. Because attention invites opinions. Silence invites progress. Quiet wealth protects its environment so it can grow uninterrupted. Eventually, something deeper changes. Wealth is no longer just about money. It becomes about identity. The person you become through discipline. The standards you develop through patience. The clarity you gain from long-term thinking. You don't simply wake up wealthy. You wake up different. Different habits, different priorities, different decisions when nobody is watching. Many people chase lifestyle, expensive objects, public recognition, temporary validation. But quiet wealth focuses on legacy, something stable, something durable, something that will outlast trends and applause. Because the goal is not to impress people today. The goal is to build something that will still matter tomorrow. Real wealth doesn't rush. It doesn't shout. And it doesn't compete for attention. It builds quietly. It grows patiently. And it moves in silence. Because the strongest foundations are often the ones nobody notices being built. WWN